doing, everybody? Welcome back to Staying Focused for Jesus. Hope each and every one of you are having a blessed day in the Lord Jesus Christ as always. Got a few minutes. Want to chop it up with y'all. Give you some things to think about while I'm headed to work. It's not going to be a long video because I don't have time. And I want to go into more detail, and maybe I will. But I do have videos on this topic. As you see from the title of the video, we are discussing the Edomites, Esau, whatever you want to call them, as long as you call them the right thing. For those who don't know, I do not teach that Esau is who we primarily call the white man. I teach according to the Bible that Esau is primarily who we know as the Arabs. The Arabs. Saudi, Arabia. Arab, we look at literal translation, it means inhabitants of the desert. Inhabitants of the desert. Now, let's hit a few points. People are believing, especially my Hebrew Israelite brothers, are believing that Esau is a white man, Esau is a white man, Esau is a white man. Well, there's a few problems with that. For one, Esau and Jacob were twins, and then you're saying that Esau came from this and Esau came from that. Well, if Esau was this abomination, this monster that you try to make him out to be, then why did his father love him? His father loved him. So his father loved this monster that he gave birth to. Now, I don't know about you, but if I birthed a child and that child looked like a literal monster, or you know, the way that y'all describe Esau, I don't think that I would love him or pick him over my other children. And we know his brother was a good-looking baby, and then grew up to being a good-looking man. As you know, a lot of Hebrew Israelites today are good-looking brothers and good-looking sisters. Not all of us, but a good portion of us. Then, you know, y'all just act like you're confused. Oh, he was a Neanderthal and this and that, this and that. Well, they were brothers. So are you saying that the Neanderthal DNA came from Esau and Jacob's father? Is that what you're saying? Then this whole notion about the Caucasians and the comes from the Caucasus Mountains, blase, blase. And that may very well be true to a certain extent. But the Caucasus Mountains and the term Caucasian is not exclusive to white people. That would be like saying that the term America, and then we come with American, is exclusive to white people, or is exclusive to black people. We know that an American is somebody that pretty much was born in America or calls America their home. And there were many other people besides what we call today the Caucasians that were in the Caucasus Mountain area and would have been considered Caucasians. It has nothing to do with being white, the Caucasian race. Now, if you want to make an argument of the Caucasian race in the sense of the white races that were there and the black races that were there that people don't talk about, and them mixing to create this Caucasian race, then you can make that argument. But wouldn't those children look more mixed unless they just kept on, a mixed child end up sleeping with a more predominantly white person, and then that white person went on and slept with another white person to bring up those features that would have end up being dominant. You're not talking about that though. That's not what you're saying. Now, before I close it out, because I'm almost here to work, the main point that I want to bring up, and what I want y'all to look up is, go look and see what the Arabs are doing over in Africa, in the desert, with the city. They said the walls are going to be mirror. I got to look at it again. It's crazy. I thought this was a city of, I could be mistaken. I don't know, these are two different cities, but the city of Neom, N-E-O-M, this super futuristic city. They talk about how they're able to grow stuff over there with clay and water using some type of nanotechnology. Very, very interesting. We know they got Dubai, they got all these different cities that are like, if you've seen it, you would think that you're in the future. I'm talking about like in the future. And what are they building up? They are building up the desert places. That's very, very interesting, because the book of Malachi speaks about this in other scriptures. It's not the white man that's building these places up. Who is it that's building these desert places up that God destroyed and turned into a literal desert? And who is saying, hey, we're going to take this desert and we're going to make it into something that y'all ain't never seen before? It's the Arabs. And historically, you can prove that the Arabs trace their lineage back to Esau, and also the Ishmaelites. The Arabs and the Ishmaelites, which, you know, term where you get Arabs mixed and everything. But Esau and the Edomites, they mixed themselves. That's in the Bible. The Bible talks about that, and that's historically. That's where you get a lot of your Muslim line. Have you ever looked at me? Have you ever really, really looked at me? You ever wonder why? Or you ever wonder, say, before you knew what I was, and say, hey, that brother look like this, that brother look like that? You ever wonder why? I'm just putting a thought in your mind. How come I can go over to Africa and I wouldn't fit in with the African, you know what I'm talking about, but I would fit in with a lot of the people over there, and if I put on the turban and put on the long robes and everything they're wearing, would I not be able to fit in with the Arabs? Now I know they got different shades of Arabs, and some of them are more on the white side, but let's say this, I think the Saudi prince. I know a guy that used to cut my hair that looks like him, but he's black. His black features are more predominant, but he's black. I can pass as an Arab. My wife told me that too. I've been told that before. Didn't know why. Oh, you're an Edomite. Edomite running my blood because they were twins, you dummy. They were twins. So therefore, you can say, yeah, I got Edomite in me. If you are a true Hebrew Israelite of the flesh, you got Edomite in you, because they were twins. They were twins. Go look and see what our twin brother, we're going to say, is out here doing. And it's interesting because the Arab slave trade came before the transatlantic slave trade. Everybody talking about reparations from the white man, but most people aren't talking about reparations from the Arabs, who know exactly who we are. That's why they fighting against them. Well, part of it. But that's for another video. With that being said, God bless each and every one of you. In Jesus Christ's name, as always, stay focused for Jesus. And as you know, the truth is not debated, it is